Martial Arts, and this is Neil Genge. He is the head of Bristol Wushu Academy, so he's just going to tell us a little bit about his background and the club today. So, Neil, where did you start in your martial arts life?
I first started in karate when I was 13 years of age, in Cheltenham karate, and I got to purple and white belt.
Right.
And then the Bruce Lee boom happened, and Laogar demonstration team came down to Bristol, down Old Market, and performed, and we saw that, and that was it then, onto the Kung Fu.
So did you go straight into Laogar then?
I stuck with Laogar and the Shotokan for about 2-3 years,
Right.
and then I decided I preferred the Kung Fu.
Yeah.
With the swords and the sticks. And,
Fell in love with it.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, had you already started training weapons and various bits and pieces then?
Not with the karate, but in the Laogar, obviously, they won't teach you until you get to a certain stage.
Yeah.
And you start learning the weapons, staff.
Yeah, so you had to go for a few years. And then, did you end up going to China with Laogar, or what sort of drew you to going out to China?
What happened? Saw the Shaolin Temple film.
Right.
I don't know what year it was. I don't know if it was 77.
I think it is about then, because it's
yeah.
about as old as me.
So
that movie.
The local cinema had brought it over from China for one night.
Right.
To show, and they had all the martial artists there from Bristol watching.
Fantastic.
And I saw the film and I thought, wow, they can move. You know, this is the business. That's where I'm going. So that was it, really.
Like nothing else, really.
Nothing else. Nothing else.
Especially anything you've seen on the cinema.
Nothing else. Absolutely amazing. So after seeing the film, I was like, right, that's it. But of course, China was shut.
Yeah.
It was closed up. There was no way as a foreigner you could go there to practice. So it wasn't until 1989 I saw in Fighters magazine an advert for the first trip to China with Derek Ferguson from Leicester, and I was on the first tour with Derek.
Do you know, like roughly how many people were on that trip? Was it?
I think it was about 7.
Oh, really? It was a tiny amount.
Yeah, 7 or 8 at the most. I think. I'm sure it wasn't that many.
And did he have connections out there?
He'd been there in 1988, been invited by the Chinese government to go over, and they just opened a big centre next to the Shaolin Temple.
Okay.
With the success of the Shaolin temples.
Was the temple still shut then? So it was
they were just repairing. A lot of it was just it's just a mess. Just needed rebuilding. A lot of roofs needed redoing, walls rebuilding, whatever. But because of the film, they were getting thousands of Chinese people wandering down to the temple.
Yeah, so is that where their sort of tourist industry
That's when it started.
Really?
That's when it started. There was already a few schools there, but nothing like the film made Shaolin. People were starving up to that point. Actually starving around that area.
Wow.
It was barren. It's not like now with trees and grass. It was just
now I've heard there's many schools with thousands of students all surrounding it. So you've seen it change.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can remember Tagore School when they had a few thousand students. Now they've got I think 40,000.
Right.
30 to 40,000. Yeah, it's growing every year.
Do they all train together, or?
They've got these huge fields. I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube. Yeah. And they practice on and off on these huge fields, thousands at a time.
Do you envision Bristol Wushu being that big one day?
I don't think we can fit that many in.
No, a little bit tight. No. What was the first sort of forms and stuff you learned out there?
The first form we learned was Damo King.
Okay.
Very traditional, only mainly taught at Shaolin.
Is it based on a walking stick?
Yeah, like a mountaineering stick. It's got the other one's got a point on the end.
Okay. So
for ice and for protecting yourself against tigers.
Right.
And so.
I don't think I'd like to go up against a tiger. Not with a stick.
Not really, no. But yeah, so that was the first form you learned, and I was hooked there, and I went back every year.
And then, so you went back over a few years, and then I believe you were given the right to actually train people over here. One of the first, everyone.
Yeah, we were one of the first in 1994. After I'd been there quite a few times.
Okay.
They said, "Well, look, can you join the Shaolin Boxers Association? It's a lifetime membership, and all the people in the association were instructors of all the various schools."
Right.
So they said, right, that's it. You can promote Shaolin now in the West. And that was myself, Derek Pearson, and Leslie from South Africa. 3 of us.
Wow. And
I've still got the booklet. I've still got the booklet with my name on my stamp, China stamp, to prove that.
Yeah. That's a pretty incredible artifact to have, really.
Yeah, I don't want to lose it.
And when you came back, was it sort of hard to get other people interested, or were there people kind of waiting?
My first class had about 3 people in. 3 people.
Oh, really?
It took years and years to build up.
Yeah.
Absolutely years.
And were they the same? They'd seen the movie or seen?
They were interested in Kung Fu. A lot of them didn't know the difference between Shaolin and this or that, to be honest.
And like you say, the Bruce Lee boom had
Yeah.
made the Western world kind of interested
Made it.
wasn't it?
And then we had one guy down when you say 4 or 5 students. We had Scott Atkins down. He's a famous star now, famous film star. And his manager brought him down.
Quite a big guy.
Yeah. He's amazing. They brought him down when he was a young lad, and they wanted to learn wushu for the films, obviously.
Right.
He was already master level kicking in Taekwondo, but we taught him the 360 butterfly.
Okay.
And one-legged tornado, and a few other bits and pieces. And then from there, and obviously, he went around and trained loads of people, but he came down for a couple of months on Saturdays, and now he's like an A-list film star. So it's nice.
Does he still give you a call or not?
No.
It's moved on.
Moved on.
Did I see something on the website that you've done some other sort of stunt stuff?
We've had people. I've done a little bit for the BBC. We've had people as film extras on TV. This and that.
Have you seen a music video or something?
We just done a music video for a guy called. Oh God, I was going to get it right. Alright, come back to me in a minute.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
So doing the demonstrations and stuff, that's obviously also led you into the lion dances as well.
Yeah, it's all performance. Again, a lot of what you see when you come down the club, there's a lot of fitness and a lot of flexibility. You've got to be fit, you've got to be strong, because obviously Shaolin is about balance, flexibility. It's like yoga, strength, speed.
If people come down to a club, do they have to perform and do these demonstrations, or can they just come
no, they can do. Again, if people are a bit older, they don't have to do the jumps. I just say to people, look, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Just work on what you want to work on. As long as you're happy and you're getting some benefit out of it at the end of the day, I'm quite happy.
Yeah, as long as they're happy and they're fun.
Yeah. And what we want is people to be happy and to improve and get better.
Perfect.
Yeah. Again, if they want to do kickboxing or more sparring, we do some pad work and that, but I usually point them in the direction of MMA gyms or Thai boxing. So that's the ultimate for if you want to fight.
Yeah.
Or jiu-jitsu. You're jiu-jitsu.
I was going to ask how you felt about MMA being a traditional guy.
Like I said, they're professional athletes. They're strong. They're tough. If they weren't doing that, they'd probably be down the pub punching people.
Yeah. I mean,
so some people just like to fight. I've known quite a few people like it, and that's fair enough. It's good to. It's under you've got a referee. Less likely someone's going to get killed.
Yeah.
And they're good. I love watching it on the UFC on the
I've
TV.
seen, I can't remember if it was the abbot of the Shaolin Temple, but one of the older masters, and he said there's never been such a good time for Kung Fu.
That's big. That's big.
Although MMA is quite different, I feel that there's so many more people in martial arts now than there ever has been before.
Definitely.
But you've kind of lived through it all. You think that's the same as well?
Years ago, if someone was a brown belt in karate, it was like, whoa. I'll never forget, we had a bit of a skirmish when we were young. There was 2 groups of probably about 50 people. We were about 16, something like that.
Right.
A big gang kind of fight almost.
Yeah.
And we're in a valley, and there's about 50 on that side, 50 on that side. This guy walks down, takes his shoes and socks off, and stands in a karate stance. And everyone's like, whoa. And no one would touch him. That was enough.
Wow.
But nowadays, they wouldn't worry, obviously, because the mystique's gone to a certain degree, and people know what's possible.
So it's not just Shaolin that you do. You also are a Wing Chun teacher. And can you tell me how that came about?
Okay.
Where you got that from?
Well, on one of our trips to China, we were doing Hong Kong. So we started doing some training with Ip Chung in Hong Kong, Ip Man's son.
Yeah.
The following year we went to Foshan, trained with quite a few different instructors, but then we found a master called Lung Kai, who was the last student of Ip Man in Foshan. Again, quite different to what they teach in Hong Kong. The dummy's got 250 moves.
Right.
Paul's different and the knives are different. The hand forms are basically the same.
So is that quite different to Ip Chun's style to Lau Kai's?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
The hand forms are slightly different, and all the fists are done with single knuckle, Phoenix fist.
With Phoenix eye?
Yeah.
That's
More
what I'm
pressure
used to
point,
from
yeah.
Mantis, but is that because Wing Chun's southern as well, isn't it?
Southern, yeah.
So is there more of the Phoenix eye in those southern styles?
In some styles, but Master Lung Kai tended to use them for pressure points on the shoulder, chest, neck, throat.
So quick, efficient movement.
Very strong.
Wing Chun.
And he could really do it. I was really impressed because before the Wing Chun seemed a bit slappy and a bit.
Yeah.
But he was powerful, sharp, and fast. And when he hit you, bang!
You knew
about it. So I was really impressed. We trained with him for 4 years. Kept going back.
Yeah.
And I asked Derek. I said, "Oh, I'd love to teach this," and he said, "Well, ask him." So we asked him. He said, "Yeah, no problem. You can promote it in the West if you want."
Fantastic. It's incredible. You've got so much respect from so many people out in China. It's a fantastic.
I'm very respectful to them. I just love martial arts. So
and always going and learning more stuff.
Always learn more. Always learn more. Never get stale.
Do you ever feel like your head's too full of?
I've probably forgotten more than I can remember, to be honest. But I record everything, so I either write it down or I've got it on video. Or I've got the master on video or me on video learning it when I learn it. So
you've got reminders.
I've got reminders. I've got hundreds of tapes.
Fantastic.
So I can never forget. I look at it for an hour, practice it, it's back.
And you do yoga as well, and you do yoga classes.
Yep.
Is that all sort of based around martial arts, or is that a separate thing?
It's a mixture. I call it Damo yoga.
Okay.
So it's the Tongzi Gong, the children's exercise, which I learned in China, which is the splits and all the flexibility exercises, combined with the yoga I studied in India.
Okay.
So we do all the basic postures, and we might do a bit of the Jibin Gong, the kicks, which we did tonight in the class back there. And they love it. They love it. People love it. Had a full house tonight. 40 odd students.
And you've shown interest in going to India to learn sort of.
Yeah, I'm going back hopefully this year to learn some Indian traditional martial arts.
Okay. And have you done any of that before? Or is
No,
that
I haven't.
new? So always trying to keep it fresh as well.
So it's be something completely new, and just delve back into the history of Damo, the founder of Shaolin.
Yeah. I mean that's incredible amount of heritage to go into and sort of learn about. As you've learned such a wide variety of things, is there a particular favourite of yours? That might
Shaolin,
be very hard.
Shaolin,
yeah, always Shaolin. And
Shaolin.
is there any sort of particular part of the Shaolin tradition?
I like all the different skills, like say with the throwing the needle and breaking the bricks and all they call it tricks, but it's not tricks, it's a skill because you've got to put a lot of hours in to actually be able to do it.
Yeah, and Kung Fu is
hard work,
skill over time. What it means.
And I like the softer stuff now as I'm getting older. Training with a few of the top masters in the temple, doing the internal stuff. I practice that every morning. I get up every morning. I practice my forms, all the main forms.
Right.
And then I go and do
how
my classes.
How long does that take, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I can get them all the proper ones, in an hour.
Yeah?
Yeah, no problem. And that's some of the weapon forms as well.
But that's keeping on top of sort of all
keeping on top. Otherwise you just start fading away.
So that's sort of your skill set and where you
and Tai Chi.
come from. You do Tai Chi as well?
I teach Tai Chi, Chen,
Yeah.
Tai Chi and Yang. I'll go back to Chen village.
Wow.
To do the Chen Tai Chi. It's only a few short
and again,
forms
is that
of it.
sort of spun off from being out in China and meeting some people? Or?
Well, yeah, because I started teaching Yang many years ago. And obviously the original one is Chen.
Yeah.
So I went back there 2 years ago. I've been there before that as well. But I'm hoping to go back this year. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's a brilliant place. If anyone does Tai Chi, they need to go there and practice.
I did some Chen Tai Chi, but it seems quite hard to find. It was just the one available in the town where I live, but it seems quite hard to find anything.
But it's Shaolin basically. That's all it is.
All
you know,
links back to the same.
all links back to the same place, to be honest. And it's just whatever angle you're looking at. You know, some people say, "Oh, it's too soft, it's too hard, it's too," but it's whatever you make it. And all the teachers teach it differently.
And there's always going to be people who love that style, and always people who will sort of back away from it.
Of course.
If people were to come down to Bristol Wushu Academy, what can they expect?
They can expect.
What they need.
They're definitely going to get fitter.
Yeah.
They're going to get more flexible.
Okay.
They're going to get stronger. And they're going to learn a lot more skills that they probably wouldn't ever do, like rolling techniques or cartwheels or jumps or spins.
Do they have to break bricks on their heads?
No. But again, we've got the background is traditional forms, basic forms, and just getting people to be able to remember moves and good coordination. It's all about movement, no matter what style. People say, "Neil, you do too much. You do this, you do that," but it's all the same, really.
Yeah, like once you've kind of mastered one, it's a little bit easier to kind of pick up everything else.
It's just movement. It's movement, whatever you do.
And controlling your body.
I've taught some dancers, and they've learned the complete Tai Chi form in an hour.
Yeah.
And they could do it well in an hour and remember it.
That's quite impressive.
I know. So it's because they were obviously a professional dancer, and they're used to learning moves like a gymnast, and they just pick it up, no problem.
I found like a lot of people call Shaolin Chinese ballet, and I found quite a lot of similarities actually of there's dancers and martial artists, and you can swap that between the two.
Of course, yeah.
And Bruce Lee was
Cha-cha
champion or something, wasn't he? Is there anything else you sort of want to mention or advertise for the club? Or?
Well, we always do plenty of performances, demonstrations.
Yeah.
We're doing Bristol Museum for Chinese New Year, Year of the Dog. Did we mention that earlier on? I don't know if we did.
We'll cut it in.
Anyway,
is that the 14th?
17th, I think 16th, 17th,
16th, 17th.
We're doing,
and you said there's a couple more else?
Yeah, we're doing Bristol Uni and a few others. Yeah. We're always busy on Chinese New Year.
Is that all on your website, or do they need to look at the
It's probably not on our website. We don't update it very often.
Yeah.
It's a bit behind with that.
I think it's quite easy to put on the events page, and I think it's on our events in the newsletter as well. Okay, Neil, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Do check out Bristol Wushu Academy. He does have the website. There's also some information on our page, and like he says, check out Facebook. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.